ピーチ姫を迎えに来た。
こしゃくな。ピーチ姫は渡さん。
何？
Well, you know what we're getting into today? For as long as I can remember, I enjoy the Super Mario franchise. I mean, hey, I played almost every single game known to man. But here's a little fun fact. Did you know Mario actually carried a gun in an anime made in 1989? I know it's kind of crazy, but I'm not lying. This is actually true. The anime was called Amanda Anime Series Super Mario Bros. It was produced by, and if I'm sorry if I mispronounced this name, Shinchinero Ayuda. Yeah, and I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong. The anime was on a VHS tape and was released in Japan on August 3rd, 1989. It had 3 episodes, 15 minutes each. Each episode contains 3 fairy tales, include Momotaro, Boshi, and Snow White. Yeah, I'm not really good with Japanese words, so I am sorry if I mispronounced those 2 fairy tales. But I'm going to focus on only one episode, the one where Mario's carrying a gun, because I think that one stands out from all the rest of the episodes. So the plot goes that Princess Peach is taking care of her grandparents, 2 old Hammer brothers, when all of a sudden Bowser comes out of nowhere and kidnaps Peach just to take her as his bride. This, of course, breaks the heart of the grandparents, hoping that one day Princess Peach will reunite with them. All of a sudden, a peach comes from the sky and lands right in front of them and gives birth to a baby who has way too much facial hair. The grandparents take care of this baby until he grows up to you-know-who-what, and how he learns about Princess Peach and decides to save her. So Mario goes full on Rambo while his grandfather gives him a gun, which doesn't look like a gun but more like a laser blaster or something that you see in Star Wars. And Mario sets off on his journey. On the way though, he meets a Para Beetle, a Boomerang Bro, and a Spike, and all 4 of them decide to go and beat up Bowser. So Mario and his allies encounter Bowser and the Koopalings, and all of them decide to throw hands. And during this entire fight scene, Mario never uses the gun, which is kind of a disappointment because what is the point of the gun when you're not even using it? Most of the time it's just Mario kicking Bowser in the face. So after Mario and his allies beat the living crap out of the Koopalings and Bowser, Bowser decides to surrender and he gives back Princess Peach to Mario and they live happily ever after. The end. So after taking all that in, I honestly don't know what to say. I mean, sure, it's based off a Japanese fairy tale, but I've read the original fairy tale and that has nothing to do with what I just saw here. And why on earth does Mario have a gun? I mean, is that necessary? This was licensed by Nintendo and they decided to be okay with Mario holding a gun? But besides that, the episode isn't that bad. Sure, the plot is crazy and Mario's carrying a gun is a bit extreme. But, I mean, hey, it's unique. That's what makes it special. It was something I just never expected to ever happen to Mario. Being him carrying a gun and all is just straight up fictional. And as well, no one has really talked about this anime, only that it's been released in Japan, and that I've honestly don't know if anyone's ever even heard of this thing in their life. So would I recommend you watch this? I mean, if you want to. If you want to see, I'm not lying, you can go watch this thing on YouTube. The first episode isn't really that hard to find. The animation is a bit lazy, seeing that there's some scenes where still shots are moved really fast, but that's a minor issue. I would say this anime is just as good as the Super Mario Bros. Anime that was released years before, but that's another story. So remember, if you hear someone say that Super Mario never carried a gun, well, they're wrong.